You have a great idea, you're excited to get going, but then it comes down to naming your business. Oh, this can be one of the hardest things that you can do in your business because it feels so scary and you don't know what your business is going to be. And so you sit here and try to figure out what your brand should be called. Well, I'm going to show you how you can figure out what your brand name is and be confident about it and ready to go. I'm also going to make sure that you know the signs that mean that you shouldn't be using this brand name. So make sure that you stick around to the end. My name is Michelle Gifford. I'm a brand and marketing strategist and I run the Business Mom School. And I am glad that you're here because I help business moms just like you grow a business online. And you know what? Naming your business is one of the first things you need to do. So we're going to make sure you know how to do it right. Because I've had more than one product, I've had more than one business, I know the feeling of sitting there like, oh my goodness, I have this great idea, but I don't know what to name it. So one of my first businesses was I'm a photographer. And I started that business and I wanted to be different and I wanted to have something that stood out. You know, I wanted it to feel like something. And so I named it Jasper and Josephine Photography. Now, Jasper and Josephine are the nicknames of a couple of my siblings. And so I thought that was so cute, right? It had a story, it had a why behind it, you know, and I wanted to capture the stories and, you know, I wanted to be there. Well, what happened is Jasper and Josephine were just random names to other people. And so when they went to share about me, they didn't know what my business was called. Or they're like, now, why is it Jasper and Josephine? So I learned very quickly that I needed to have a name that was easy to understand. It was easy for people to talk about. And I always will say that you need to be clear over cute, okay? So I have done it wrong and I have done it right a number of times. So let's get through the steps. Number one is you want your name to represent your brand. So think about your brand and what is the feeling you want to portray. Are you an expert brand? Are you someone who is a personal brand? Who are you going to be serving? What do you want that to feel like? Do you want it to feel warm and inclusive or do you want it to be strong? Those are all things that you need to consider. Now, the other thing I really think about, is this going to be a personal brand? Is this about you as the face of your business? For example, Michelle Gifford, that is the face. I am the face of my business. And so my Instagram handle and my website is I am Michelle Gifford. And that makes it very easy. So I've been in business for 15 years. And so my business has changed a lot. And it's been really helpful that my name is the name of my business because as I change, I can easily change my business name. But if my name was Michelle Teaches Piano because I was a piano teacher, then if I decided not to do piano anymore, then I would have to change my brand. Not necessarily the worst thing, but it is something to think about. Is this something that I know that I want to do forever? Then I'm going to put piano in there. Or if I'm just trying it out, I'm going to just be Michelle Gifford and build my brand that way. 2, does the name give you room to grow? I've seen a lot of people who started out, maybe they were bloggers in the 2008, 2010, and they chose names that were very niche down to what they were then. And you want to make sure that your name has room to grow because you're going to grow, your business is going to change, and you want to make sure that there's space for that. Number 3 is that it's clear over cute. This is what I said, Jasper and Josephine. No one knows what that means, right? No one knows who Jasper and Josephine is except me. And it didn't mean anything to anyone but me. But do you know what would be easier? Because people knew who I was, my photography clients knew who I was. Michelle Gifford Photography. So I actually changed my name to Michelle Gifford Photography because it made it very easy and clear for people to know exactly how to talk about me. And when they said you should check out Michelle Gifford Photography, they knew exactly who I was and what I was doing. Don't spend all of your time trying to be cute, trying to be clever, because you always want to be clear over cute. Because people don't have time. They don't have time to figure things out, and they don't have this headspace to figure it out. So I know sometimes we want to be super clever, but especially with your name, I advise that you don't do that. Number 4 is that your name is easy to pronounce and easy to spell. If it is not, if you have some random letter in the middle of your name, then what's going to happen is you're going to spend half of your marketing time and budget trying to make sure people understand how to actually say your name. And that's a big problem. So we want to try to get down on weird spellings. We want letters in there, and also making sure that it's easy to pronounce. I've had clients before that have kind of crazy names. Maybe they're in a different language and they mean something to that brand, but it makes it really hard for people to connect to because you have to think that yes, the diehards of our business and our brand, they're going to know us, but the amount of effort it takes for them to know us and then explain to them what our brand is and why we're named a certain thing, Jasper and Josephine, it just takes so much effort, and we want to make sure that we were super, super clear. The last one is do your research. Once you choose a name, you need to make sure that no one else is using it. You need to make sure that it's available across your platforms. The first step is you're going to just put it in Google. You're going to Google it and see what comes up. You're going to see if a business already has it. If it already has it, it's not really worth it. Go and find a different name. So let's say that you went to Google, it's available. Then I like to make sure that it's available to buy the website, and is it available across social media. So there is a website that you can use that's free, and it'll just tell you what things are available. So I want to show you what that looks like. The website is NameCheck. So let's say that you want to name your business Roses Photography. All right, you're going to type it in there, and then you're going to go I'm Not a Robot, and you're going to show more. So now you'll be able to see that someone has bought rosesphotography.com, but these other ones are available. So I would go visit here and see if it's active, if I was like really into roses photography, and I would make sure that I would see if it was active. If it wasn't active, then maybe I'd consider going to .org, but then you can come down here and check usernames. This is for social media. So you'll see that red means that it's being used, and so you don't have it. Twitter, eBay, so they have all of these registered. So this is not one that I would necessarily consider because someone already has it. So I will try again. So I will type in here another name that I'm thinking of. But using this NameCheck website can make it really easy for you to make sure that you can get all the handles that you need, and the website as well. Super easy. All right, my friend, I am so excited for you to name your business. This is the first step of a beautiful business. So I want to know what your business name is, and if you have any questions. So put that below in the comments. Now, this is a part of my series, my Business Mom School series by Michelle Gifford. And so make sure that you're subscribed, because I release 3 videos every week. And if you want to get the worksheets and the information that goes along with it, as well as my Monday marketing email where I give you all the updates that are happening in the marketing world, then you can text BMS to 951-309-7885 or click the link below and you'll get on the list. All right, my friend, we will see you next time.